Then I'd become a mean, selfish, bitter person when it's been completely the opposite.
What is she talking about? Is she saying that she's going to be mean if she gets healthier? What the hell is going on here? All right, this one's called Ooh. Sounds just like you, Jen. It sounds just like Jen. Her own internalized fatphobia. That's what it's called.
Matt Damon.
All right, blame Jen for this one.
It's funny because I like to consider myself, an introspective person, a fairly intelligent person who's in.
I'm going to stop you right there, Chief. Survey says she's lying. I consider myself a fairly intelligent person. I'll be the judge of that.
Tune with myself and how I feel. But it took me years, basically a full decade, to come to terms with the different biases I had against body size, body shape, fatness.
It took me years to come to the realization that I can just pretend like I'm perfect the way I am. I don't have to go to the fucking gym and eat real food. Hey. Okay.
Phobia, and actually understand where it was all coming from for me. And it was kind of interesting because it's not what I expected.
It's not interesting.
When I actually sat down and did the work around internalized fat phobia, I realized what I was most scared of was somehow the size of my body turning me into a mean person.
The size of my body? You were afraid of the size of your body turning you into a mean person. That doesn't make any sense. That literally makes no sense.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
It makes no sense.
And that's nuts because that's kind of the one positive stereotype fat people have, is that we're jolly and kind and loving. But I actually think that that's subverted in so many ways by the messaging around.
The jolly and kind and loving is probably because you're always on a sugar high and or Santa Claus. I don't know. I think most fat people are miserable and unhealthy, actually. Is that a stereotype, fat and jolly? That's just from Santa Claus.
The sin of gluttony. I was raised Catholic, if you can't tell from the everything about me. My own personal family history of having, a grandparent that we went no contact with who was in a larger size body. And I think a lot of that got conflated in my own family's internal mythology. And so growing up, that's what I was really scared of, was that if I gained weight, if I wasn't, the size 8 that I could kind of keep my body at, but it.
Size 8, my God. The mythology, you thought you were going to turn into a gargoyle or something?
Really was not happy there, that I would become mean, right? That I would be so focused on myself and what I wanted and no longer focused on what everybody else wanted, what everybody else thought was good for me.
What?
That I would lose sight of that if I started feeling comfortable with myself, and that then I'd become a mean, selfish, bitter person when it's been completely the opposite.
What is she talking about? I lost it. I lost what is she saying that she's going to be mean if she gets healthier? What the hell is going on here? And anytime someone says in a larger body, you can just, they're struggling to get to that. They're identifying as someone that has a triple digit IQ. The in a larger body just means, no, you have a larger body because your habits have led to the excess on your fat ass.
Right? Is that in radical joy and radical love, radical acceptance, I have so much more to give to the world than I ever did when I was
love is love,
trying to keep myself
love is love.
Smaller.
That was retarded.
Matt Damon.
Does anyone know what she was talking? I actually don't know.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
I don't know what she said. A lot of things. She said a lot of words. I honestly don't know what her point was. She didn't want to actually get healthier because she didn't want to be a mean person or something. It doesn't make sense. Get healthier. Stop making bullshit. My mythology and worrying about it. All that said to me, everything that I got from that is the type of person that just obsesses about what other people think. Seriously, all those words, all this shit, nothing was actually said. Lift fucking weights, go to the gym, take care of your health, and none of this matters. You have a lot of stuff to unpack. There's a lot of shit going up in that brain. And that's not, I mean, a lot of shit meaning relative to the amount of brain cells that are functioning. Yeah, all fat people are jolly. Apparently not. They're all like fat and depressed and miserable and victims.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology. You about to